Vegans, the greatest threat to modern day America. They're so dangerous as they are eating all the plants on Earth and trying to overpopulate the world with animals. How do we stop it? At the root. That vegan teacher.
Bruh.
If you've never heard of That Vegan Teacher, she is pretty much the craziest person on the internet. Not just the craziest vegan, but the craziest person. And she used to be a teacher, which is why she calls herself the vegan teacher. And she's basically on the internet to try to teach people about why to be vegan. But she really just makes really bad comments and has insulted pretty much every minority you can think of at this point. And yeah, she just makes really crappy videos.
Hello students, and welcome to our class. We had an oral presentation today by one of our new students here, and his name is Dr. Todd Grande. Well, you know, everybody calls himself a doctor now.
Like, yeah, a lot of people call themselves doctors when they're really not, but like, he's on YouTube. He has no reason to call himself a doctor and not be one. Like, I don't really get this point. Like, he's probably is a doctor, given that people can expose him pretty easily for not being a doctor. So, like, I don't know, it's just a really weird argument.
But this guy is in our class, so let's have a listen to what he said. But actually, you know what? I don't really have time to listen to him, so I'm going to kind of summarize it.
She's literally not even doing the bare minimum of what she needs to do. Like, all she needs to do is click the space button a few times, get the video playing, and then react to it. Like, it's not very difficult. Like, she can't even do that at this point. Like, it's just so sad. And I think the other funny part is that she's doing the bare minimum of stuff that's already the bare minimum. Like, you're on YouTube and you're just watching this guy's video giving like no comments on it, and you can't even be bothered to show people the video. Like, no one, you could just be making everything up. I mean, I doubt it, but you could. And it's like, just play the video. I don't get the whole, oh, I'm not gonna do that. Like, why? I just don't get the purpose of not doing it.
Let's go to some of my notes instead. Dr. Grande starts off by asking, does veganism make sense? And throughout his video, he actually does not conclude that it does. He doesn't come out to say at the end, yes, veganism makes sense, veganism is the best thing for human health, for the animals, and for the planet. He doesn't come to that conclusion. So unfortunately, Dr. Grande gets an X.
No, not an X. Honestly, why even live anymore? If you get an X on That Vegan Teacher's videos, why even live anymore? I don't get the purpose of living. Like, you just can't have X's now. So he doesn't come to that conclusion of, is veganism good, because maybe he doesn't believe that. I don't know. I feel like that's pretty obvious.
For that, I am keeping some kind of notes here. I don't know if you could see them, but he has one X. He also says, is that vegan teacher good for veganism?
I can answer the question of, is that vegan teacher good for veganism, pretty quickly by saying no. I've actually heard a lot of times of people saying they turned off veganism because of that vegan teacher, because they don't want to be associated with her. So I can answer that question pretty easily for you. No, she's actually a negative effect for vegans because people don't want to be associated with her.
And he concludes that That Vegan Teacher is not good for veganism. But he doesn't really understand why That Vegan Teacher is actually on TikTok and on YouTube. Now, the reason that I am here, and I've stated it many times, but he didn't do his research, is that I'm simply here to disrupt society. In order to get the conversation on the table about the suffering of the animals.
See, the thing is, yes, you're getting people on the topic of should they be vegan, but the topic ends pretty quickly when they see you and they realize, no, this isn't for me. Like, she has her intention, which isn't the worst thing, but the execution is just horrible because she's actually turning more people off veganism, which is the exact opposite of her point. Now, I'm gonna be honest, that video just keeps going on. There's really no point to it. She just kind of does her usual thing of just keeps talking, whatever. No one really pays attention to her because she's That Vegan Teacher. But there was another video in particular that was just weird because she's talking about a 17-year-old who's a vegan, and it's just a little strange to me.
Don't compare me to the Holocaust.
holocaust, destruction, or slaughter on a mass scale. When you eat animals, you're supporting the Holocaust.
So the definition of a Holocaust is just a mass slaughter. And as you'd imagine, when trillions of animals are being slaughtered for food consumption and clothing and other things that we use animals for as humans, it's an undeniable fact that animal agriculture is in fact a Holocaust.
And what he's saying here is true. Yes, it's technically a Holocaust. But the problem is, on the internet, when people hear the word Holocaust, they think of those tragic events that happened in the 1930s and 40s. And they're basically seeing this as you comparing us, just having a Big Mac from McDonald's and the Nazi Holocaust. Like, you're technically right, but I would not use the word Holocaust to describe veganism, even if it's true. It just sounds bad.
I'm wearing my shirt today, don't you like it? Hello, this video is for a incredibly dense and ignorant 17-year-old and everyone else who liked that video.
Apparently he's 17. Okay. Well, he looks older than that. What comes to mind right now is that, for those of you who've been following along in the channel, I did a video addressing Tommy Innit, who is a young YouTuber gamer.
Boys, we did it. That vegan teacher has used the word gamer. My life is complete. This is all I needed in life, for that vegan teacher to use the word gamer. Let's go.
And I had no idea he was 16, and I got a lot of flack for communicating. I didn't even try to communicate really with him directly. I made a fun TikTok saying that he should be vegan.
Now, that video that she's referring to, she said, oh, I was just trying to tell him to be vegan. Not exactly true. Just because of the word she used. She kept telling him, oh, you need to get a vegan girlfriend, all of that. And it was just a really creepy video. So I don't think you can say that you were just trying to tell him to be vegan, because that just doesn't seem right.
So my first impression right now is that I wonder if I should back away and stay away from this video that we are watching right now. Because apparently that young man, who looks pretty big, is only 17. So if I keep watching, I could get accused of doing something creepy. But I have every right to watch this video and to comment on it.
Yep, you heard it here first, guys. It doesn't matter if you're a pedophile, according to that vegan teacher, as long as you don't listen to the haters. But anyway, that's the end of the video. She really just goes out, watches his TikTok, says, be vegan, all of her stuff. But anyway, yeah, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And, yeah, stay here for the next 2 minutes and watch me slaughter pigs in Minecraft.